Hello everyone, my name is Supercacti and welcome back to another LEGO review. This is the second video of today. And doing something new with releasing multiple vehicles in one day, but here we have the Marmon Herrington MTLS medium tank. This is probably one of the most obscure little vehicles you can find, but the reason I made this one is because it is a vehicle operated by the Netherlands and actually built for the Netherlands. And if you didn't know, I'm Dutch myself, so I had some interesting connection with the vehicle, and I just wanted to make it in Lego actually. So let's get the history side out of the way. So the Dutch needed a tank. Well, they needed multiple tanks for the East Indies. So they contacted the American Marmon Herrington company, who was mostly making tankettes and that sort of vehicles for the export market. And so the Dutch requested a light tank and a medium tank. Now the light tank became known as the CTLS, if I'm correct, and then some other numbers at the end of it. And this one became the medium tank, the MTLS-1G14. Now you can probably tell that this thing has two guns. It looks very, very weird, very interesting actually. I really like it. But these are twin 37mm autocannons. And I believe that the exact type is not very well known. They're mostly referred to as the AAC cannons. But the Dutch also had these in service on some patrol boats later in the war, only then in single mounts. This tank, the MTLS, man, that name is so annoying. But only this vehicle had the twin mounting. Now, in real life, these vehicles turned out to be absolute garbage. There is a wonderful video made by the Chieftain. I'll probably link it in the video right now. Go check that out. He basically goes over the entire sort of um, the analysis, like the Americans when the Dutch East Indies was being overrun by the Japanese. The Americans took one MTLS and decided to evaluate it and see how well it did. Well, it pretty much didn't pass a single test. But yeah, it's a Dutch vehicle. I like it, so I had to make it, right? So the set itself, it has 489 parts. That is including the tracks. As for the tracks, it's got 90, but I believe if you get one track less on each side, so if you get 88 tracks, that is also enough. I think that's what I have right now. They're a bit tighter. If you get one more track in there, they'll sink down a little bit more. Just depends on whatever you like. So if you want to know the total parts of the vehicle, so just do 489 minus 90, and then you know well that's 399. Actually, I can do it out of my head. So 399 parts for the set. As for the dimensions, it is 14 centimeters long, 8.1 centimeters wide, and 8.6 centimeters tall. And if you're from America, that is 5.5 inches long, 3.2 inches wide, and 3.4 inches high. So it's one of my smaller sets. Actually, I usually tend to make very large tanks. Don't know why, I just really like making big models, but doing something smaller like this was a lot of fun too, actually. Uh, I also did a little check to see how expensive this tank would be if I wanted to buy all the parts right now. And I am from the Netherlands, so that was 43 euros and 58 cents for me. In dollars, that is $51.72. But those are mostly excluding shipping. So I think for this set, you're mostly going for 60 euros or $60 to $70. But again, that is quite cheap compared to my other sets. I don't know why, but I really like making large vehicles. Now let's get into this set. As for the outside functions, there really isn't a whole lot. You already saw me moving the guns up and down a little bit. That's pretty much all you can do. Oh yeah, also on the front you've got this ball mount. Because that is also something that this tank had in real life. Come on, ball mount, work with me. Ugh. This tank in real life had a metric ton of machine gun mounts. So it had a ball mount in the front, you see right here, and now I got it stuck in the depressed position. But you got a ball mount, and then you got a fixed machine gun for the driver, and then you had those two 37s, and then you could have two more on the roof. It's just machine guns literally everywhere. Now the turret also rotates 360 degrees, the guns move up and down, like I already said. If you're going towards the rear, we've got a little exhaust. But yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot that you can do with this. Slightly working suspension, I would say. It's not the best design I've ever gone with, but for this small size vehicle, I was rather limited in what I could do. So I decided to go for this. Now we can also take the entire top off. Best way of doing doing it is by grabbing it here, then grab the superstructure and then just pull it up, and there we go. And here we have a, well, small little interior that I just put together. I couldn't find anything related to what the interior actually looked like, so I just got myself a driver's chair with some levers that he could control the vehicle with, a little, yeah, speedometer, I guess, even though that's never really used on the tank, but still, and a small little engine just for the extra detail. And also I made sure to shield the engine compartment and the fighting compartment from each other, just some extra detail. Now, as you can see, the hull is actually connected with just some 1x2 plates. I guess I'll just stick that back. So it is a bit annoying to get it completely off all the time. Also, one thing that is a bit of a downside, these plates right here, if I can show them properly, here we go. These plates right here are just a little bit too far to the left to properly connect with this. So if you want to put it back together, get that front piece in first, like that, and then squeeze the whole thing together, and there we go. But it's just almost perfectly closed right there, and that's why I did it. Yeah, that works. As for the turret, there are no hatches on this. There's also no easy, well, you can remove it from the turntable, but then the turret sort of falls apart into two pieces. You've got this one connected to the rear side, and then you've got this sort of slotted in right there. There we go. And well, that is honestly it for the set. There's not a whole lot of other things to say. Again, it's a very obscure and unique vehicle. I don't imagine this one selling a whole lot, but if you are from the Netherlands and you will really like this vehicle, then well, there you go. This set will be, the instructions will be sold on BRICKmeetsDESIGN. This is a new website for Lego designers, and they invited me to be part of the team, and well, I very gladly accepted. It's pretty much just a website where we all sell our instructions for Lego sets. The website mostly has 1 in 35 scale vehicles, but also some smaller scale ships and all that other stuff. So be sure to check out the website. Also, I have a Patreon page if you want to support me a little bit more and see all my work in progress, behind the scenes sort of stuff, or just get more direct contact with me. You can support me on Patreon. And yeah, that is honestly it for this video. Again, 2 videos in one day. That is because of the release date schedule that we have on BRICKmeetsDESIGN. So yeah, again, check out the page, check out my Patreon page, like the video, share the video, make a comment, all that good stuff. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.